I wish to call the Lee County Board of Commissioners to order on this special meeting of January 27th of 2025. Please stand for the pledge followed by the invocation. Actually, the invocation followed by the pledge. Lord, I pray for our country and I pray for those in authority. Please guide our local, town, city, county, state, and national leaders. Pray for them to have your wisdom in all matters, and pray for our president who have discernment over the energy to do this difficult job and to be the person who seeks your will, not only in his life but in national affairs. God, please heal our land from the chaos and division, and please help every leader to seek your face. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Due to the fact that this is a special called meeting, we've had to change the agenda. There will be no public comments and there will be no commissioner comments at the end of the meeting. And just for your information, I did put a coin next to your position for the fact that anytime I go to an event and they're handing out goodies, I'll try to scrounge them for each of the board members and staff so that you're not left out. I do have the the agenda as presented. Any additional items for the agenda? Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Motion's been made to approve the agenda as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. You have the consent agenda in front of you. Any questions on the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Motion's been made to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a proclamation. The proclamation recognizing Black History Month. Whereas each February we celebrate Black History Month in order to recognize the contributions of African Americans who developed the legacy of our local, state, and national governments, as well as our communities. And whereas Black History Month grew out of the establishment in 1926 of Negro History Week by Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History celebrating the birthday of leading abolitionist Frederick Douglass. And whereas North Carolina's cooperative in the early celebrations through the State Department of Education in 1976, President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month as a national celebration in conjunction with the nation's bicentennial. And whereas Lee County celebrates the contributions of our early trailblazers such as A.L. Link Boykin, noted leader and building contractor, and William B. Wicker, noted educator and community leader, to name a few. And whereas Lee County cherishes the fact that our state's leadership include former Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson and House Democratic leader Robert T. Reeves II. And whereas our community recognizes the leadership of Sanford City Council members Mark Akinosho, James Williams, Byron Buckles, and Walter Ferguson, as well as those before them. We also recognize Lee County Board of Education member Carla Hooker and all that came before her. The county includes the former Vice Chair Ricky Frazier and current board member Robert Reeves Sr., not to forget the number of unnamed city and county employees who contribute their services to our citizens each and every day. And whereas Lee County recognizes the too numerous to name members of our county who contribute immensely to our economic, cultural, spiritual development. And whereas the observance of Black History Month calls our community's attention to the continued need to champion equality and to build a society that lives upon the nation's ideals. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Lee County Board of Commissioners proclaim February 2025 as Black History Month in Lee County, North Carolina, and encourage its observance upon all citizens, presented this 27th day of January 2025. Do I have a motion to approve the proclamation?
Motion to approve.
Motion's been made to approve the proclamation recognizing Black History Month. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Happens every time I get away, the computer goes to sleep, the iPad. All right, we have a request from the Lee County Board of Education for funding for demolition of Jonesboro Elementary. Would you like to take this?
We received a request from the Board of Education. If you remember back in 23-24 budget, the school board had requested $600,000 for the demolition of the Jonesboro Elementary site building. At that point, the board rejected that request pending information on the insurance proceeds. The board has now come to us with the number that they actually need to reimburse them for that demolition is $496,635, and you have the information in your agenda package to support those expenses. So I would need for you to approve the request and also approve the budget amendment that is included also.
Questions for Lisa regarding the request from the Board of Education? Commissioner Martin?
No questions.
Commissioner Lovett?
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Connect?
Thank you.
Commissioner Reeves? Commissioner Sharp?
None, thank you.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Commissioner Vorbeck. Any questions on this request? Oh, we'll let you get settled. This one is on the demolition of the old Jonesboro Elementary School for $496,635.
No, I don't have questions on that.
Okay. So do I have a motion to approve the
Motion to
request?
approve request.
Motion been moved to, and approve the budget amendment as well?
Yes, both.
Or do, Madam Secretary, we can put them together? Okay.
Motion to approve the request and the budget item.
All right, the motion's been made to approve the request for funding for demolition of the Jonesboro Elementary site and approve budget amendment 01-22-25-11. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. That was easy. Next item is a request from Lee County Board of Education for funding in the amount of $271,625.35 for the demolition of Lee County High School visitors' side bleachers and the replacement of the concrete pad. Madam Manager.
Yes, sir. We have received a request from Lee County Board of Education for the funding of the demolition of the original visitor stands and the concrete pad is what their replacement of the concrete pad is what they're asking for at this time, and those two together total $271,625.34. They have also informed you that they will be asking for the funding of the bleachers to go on that in their next year's capital request. That is another $368,500 that they'll be asking for in next fiscal year.
Questions for the manager? Commissioner Sharp.
None, thank you.
Commissioner Reeves.
Do you happen to know how many bleachers the concrete pad?
It's a 900 seats,
Like what?
900 seats. is the one that they're gonna eventually be requesting.
I understand, and, I mean, I see it here, but what I'm asking is that all 900, or is it large enough for more at a later date?
I'm not sure if they actually went ahead and did the pad for the 900, that would hold up to 1,800.
We
Madam
do
Chair,
have-
Vice Chair Alan Rummels here if you would like to ask him for that clarification.
So the concrete pad that's being poured is large enough to hold 1,800 seats worth of bleachers. But just based on price, the Board of Education is looking at doing 900 seats to begin with, just so we have a visitor side to be sat on. So there's room for growth.
So it should hold 1,800 if you have to go to that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner Vorbeck.
I know it's already been approved. I did have a question on the last item. What was the asbestos removal for?
In
Is that
the
a
Jonesboro, the old
Yes.
school.
The asbestos was removed, excuse me, I'm sorry. They had to remove the asbestos before they could demolish the facility so that
Okay.
it was confined
Okay.
and not just dispersed in the air.
And then, and Alan, I think you might be able to ask on so I saw the insurance did come through for 12,000, but the building itself was valued at like 500-something thousand dollars. Did they give you a reason why it was so underinsured? Like, not underinsured, that's the wrong word, like what the difference in the value that they placed on it versus what they paid out?
I don't know if the county manager may have similar information, but my understanding is when the insurance company received the claim from the school system, you know, when they went and started doing their research, I guess there had been prior discussions about demolition. So at that point, the insurance to rebuild that facility was no longer valid. So is that about right?
My understanding is it's because they were not rebuilding on the site. We had a similar issue at Sandley Park after our fire there, and because we were not building back on that specific site, that we received less insurance proceeds.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
They pulled
I
out of
just,
Ca- They pulled out of California.
okay.
Yeah, it was before the fire. Yeah, that was a question we asked many months ago during our breakfast meetings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Commissioner Connect?
Oh, wait, I had
Oh, I'm
questions
sorry,
on
I'm
this one.
sorry.
Sorry, it reminded me. On, what's the current visitor accommodation?
There is none. You mean the condemned part that was torn down?
Yes.
I feel like that was probably closer to the 1,800, because I think we were looking at, you know, as far as size, replacing like for like, but just kind of saving some money up front by doing a smaller visitor section.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Commissioner Connect? Commissioner Lovick?
Is what you're planning on putting, Alan, is it basically, I mean, is it kind of equal what the home side? I mean, I know it's not going to be as big, but as far as, it's not going to look.
Yeah, so the
Lopsided.
construction will be different. The idea, instead of
Right.
coming back with like the concrete structure like was there, this would be, you know, that concrete pad that we talked about, but then it would be basically metallic bleachers is what would be set up as opposed to that heavy concrete structure.
But kind of the same elevation type and all?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Martin?
Probably the only one with a number of questions, Alan, and I'm going to bank on the fact that I'm also the newest one to hearing the, you know, how things work around here. So let me just back up a little bit. If I understand correctly, it wasn't in the CIP because it was a discovery, right? And so now you're in a position with the capital improvement plan that you need to come to the Board of Commissioners with. And if I read through your, you know, the packet correctly, it looks like the total number on this project will be around 600 plus, 600,000 plus, 640 maybe. And your board, the Board of Education, has determined, you know, everyone has voted to move forward with this. So now, now it goes to a vote for us where we would say, yes, you know, we will cover this for you, this first part, and then again, you know, the second part to come. And if we vote no, then yet the project will go on, but you will, it looks like, defer 5 capital projects: the forklift, 3 fleet vehicles, 2 vans, a truck, a mini digger and scissor lift, and 2 activity buses. Am I correct in understanding that those 5 items were, the school was given money for those in the this past year, right? So this money has not yet been spent for these items?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. So basically, the list of items that we had on the CIP for this year, those were included. And then with this project, the expense of it, essentially, those were the things that were elected to be deferred should we not receive special funding. Yeah.
I understand. Okay. I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Okay. You have before you a motion?
But
Or, excuse
this
me.
motion's just for the 271, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve this, the request of funding and the budget amendment? Motion's been made to approve the request for funding and approve budget amendment 01/22/2512 to the tune of $271,625.34 for the replacement of the visitor side bleachers. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Moving on. October 2024 sales tax and December 2024 monthly financial report. Mrs. Eisman.
Good evening. The October 2024 sales tax distribution report is attached for your review, as well as the December 2024 monthly financial report. Our sales tax collections for October 2024 were at 5.10% ahead of the same period last fiscal year. The ad valorem tax collections for December 2024 are at 78.99% of the adopted budget. The target for expenditures at this point, the end of December, that is 50%. So due to the inclusion of encumbrances, you may see that several departments are over this target. However, if those encumbrances are removed, there are no departments that are over the target.
Questions for Ms. Eisman? Commissioner Martin?
No questions.
Commissioner Levitt?
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Connect? Commissioner Vorbeck?
No, sir.
Commissioner Reeves?
No questions.
Commissioner Sharp? No questions. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
The manager's report.
Okay, good evening. Updates for you on our ongoing projects. The Lee County Athletic Park, building construction, work continues on all 5 buildings with a focus on interior work with most of the mechanical, electrical, plumbing installed in the buildings. Field construction, the field builder is nearing completion on synthetic soccer and multipurpose field construction with most of the turf installed. The diamond fields are installed and stabilized until sod can be installed in spring of 2025. Fencing and field borders, including backstops, batting cages, and dugouts, are being installed. Discussions have been initiated with Sanford contractors around planning for field maintenance and turnover to Lee County at project completion. Site construction, the focus is on street, walkway light installation, sidewalk, and curb ramp installation. Playground delivery is anticipated to occur in February of 2025. Phase 1 and 2 parks projects, the Kiwanis Children's Park, that project is completed. Picnic tables have been delivered and installed under the new shelter. They are working to close out the part of grant portion of that project, following the final walkthrough with the state. Parks and Recreation worked with the Lee County Library and General Services to install a story walk throughout the park, and a ribbon cutting for the new story walk is scheduled for Monday, February 3rd at 10 a.m., if you can make it. Ms. List would be thrilled to have you. O.T. Sloan Park Accessibility Project, the general contractor is Sanford Contractors, and the playground contractor is Bar Recreation. Construction is in progress with tree clearing complete and site grading nearing completion. The playground has been delivered on site and staff is coordinating installation. A change order to the contract price was approved to install drainage under the playground surface and the removal of a tree behind the retaining wall. Funds for the change order, $2,365, were pulled from project allowance. included in the original bid and do not require additional project funding. On the library building project, construction continues with the focus on erosion control, stormwater installation, grading work to finalize the foundation pad, underground plumbing and electrical. Next steps include focus on finalizing the Duke Energy Progress Easement Exhibit, footer, and concrete pad construction. Meetings continue with Vines Architecture on FF furniture, fixtures, and equipment for the facility. An update on this project will be provided at the February 3rd Board of Commissioners meeting. There will also be an update on the athletic park at the next meeting on February 3rd. Historic Courthouse, staff is working with Hobbs Architects and North Carolina State Historic Preservation Office to hold a pre-construction meeting and establish a construction schedule. The project is predominantly funded under the Emergency Supplemental Historic Preservation Fund grant. So they are working on that after our extension on that. Horton Park parking lot improvements, a pre-construction meeting was held with the Compendium Contracting on December 18th, 2024, and a notice to proceed was issued January 2nd, 2025. Staff is working with the contractor to finalize the construction schedule. You have various reports in your package. A couple of upcoming dates for you. January 31st is the second day of our retreat, and that'll be at Stanley Park Nature Center starting at 8:30. And of course, our next Board of Commissioners meeting is February 3rd at the McSwain Center at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow morning at 8:30, we'll be doing our rewards and recognition program in the Gordon Waker Room. If any of y'all can attend that, we'd love to have you. That's it.
Questions for the manager? Commissioner Sharp?
I don't have any.
Commissioner Reeves?
I don't have any this time, but I have a question related to the bleachers. I'm just curious about the price. It appears that had we gone with 1,800 seats, it would cost another $600,000, unless I'm misreading what it says.
Get back to that page. Mr.
New
Reeves.
bleachers.
I think the 1,800 was like right at $1 million.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
find out if they have an explanation for it. You're paying $368.5 for the first 900, and then the price goes up to $1 million.
I saw that too, my guess, but you can continue on. My guess with it was the,
That's why I'm
labor,
asking now
yeah.
why they're here. Maybe they can explain that.
Could you repeat the question you had? I'm sorry.
It says new bleachers, 900 seat capacity, $368,500. Have a note, you go with 1,800 seats, it'd be $1 million.
So I think that the $1 million that's there would be the total project. So the demolition, the concrete pour, and then the 1,800 seats worth of bleachers would be $1 million. The demo, the concrete pour, and the 900 seats would be the 600,000 and change. So basically, it's just going from 900 to 1,800 seats just doubles the cost of the bleachers section by itself. Does that make sense?
You're already paying for a portion of it
So
in the.
it's literally, it's just a hair under double. I'm sorry, Commissioner
Yeah.
Connect.
I was just curious what the explanation was, that was all. Because it looks to me like the only increase would be for the bleachers.
since
Thank
they're
you.
already pouring the slab for the 1,800. They're already pouring the slab for the 1,800, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
Commissioner, where was I going? Commissioner Borbeck, I'm
I
sorry.
don't have any questions, thank you.
Commissioner Connect. Any other questions for the manager? Commissioner Lovick?
No questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Martin?
No questions.
Okay. Without further ado, do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion's been made to adjourn. Any further discussion? Just make sure you drive safely, wear your seatbelts, and no speeding. We're now adjourned. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I need a vote. All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Got ahead of myself. Again, please drive safely, wear your seatbelts, no speeding.